It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Chiefs and the Jaguars, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State at TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick of the draft. In his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Yellow.
They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us,
well, you went
and not have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Straight ahead, Etienne. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Man in motion is Agnew. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Touchdown!
Travis Etienne.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The CD, you know, he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it as we resume action. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A give right side for Pacheco.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll run with Etienne. Able to fight through one tackle. And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Jones with the catch, and we saw that plenty last season. Fitted well with the Jaguars' 2022 free agent frenzy. Over 800 yards, a dependable target for what was suddenly one of the league's most potent passing attacks.
Man in motion is Agnew.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jaguars' 33-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Chris Jones, the All-Pro, in on the stop.
1 yard gain brings up
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is gonna get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Powerful running. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And the Jaguars, 1st down.
Rip, 23.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Firing
quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now here comes Kansas City.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Devin Lloyd. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And down to the 16-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
ETN up the middle.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And out come the Chiefs now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Mahomes to throw on second down. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 24-17. 80 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. Able to find Jones.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Lawrence.
His throw is going to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they take a knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.